is Rudy. I'm the principal of our school. Privileged to be able to do that with over 600 students this year. So we've been blessed and have a great staff, great students. Y'all are wonderful parents, and that's what makes St. Peter the blessing that it is to us and hopefully to you as well. Our theme this year, you've heard about it. It's called His Hands and His Feet. One of the great things this year that we're really going to talk about and emphasize is the gifts that your children have. You know, God created them, and you have already discovered some of their strengths, some of their abilities, and this year we want to take time to really hone in on that and do some things that use those gifts. God's given them. It's our job then to task them, to mold them, encourage them, and have them have an opportunity to use them. So that's one of those things about being His hands and His feet we'll be talking about. And the idea that you will be able to join us too is exciting to anticipate for us. As I said, we have a great school year coming up. You see our mascot there. His name is Luther. So if you're new to our school, his name is Luther. He'll be in and about every now and then, and your children will come home talking about him and enjoying him as well. We also have a promotional item that's going to be coming out to you in a couple of weeks. Be looking for it. We'll announce it, but it's going to be a window cling with the Saints, Fleur-de-Lis, St. Peter Saints. It's going to be an opportunity for you to put that in your windshield and own that you are part of a St. Peter family right here in Arlington Heights. And that way, if somebody sees that, they have an opportunity to ask you, St. Peter, I've heard about that. What is that? An opportunity to talk about our school. We know and have discovered, and you probably may have been a benefactor of that, but the word of mouth is the best PR that we have. And some of you may be here simply because of that. And so even a cling in front and back of a window gives that opportunity to be proud of St. Peter and to be able to promote that as well. We also are going to have Java Tuesdays. You might have seen that if you looked at the calendar. Those are once a month, and there'll be opportunities to have a greet and a topic shared by me in the morning and then repeated in the evening. So it'll be an opportunity, whatever time schedule that fits for you, to be able to come and hear a topic that's relevant in our school, as well as a little bit of a Q&A, as well as some refreshments. So just kind of look for those Java Tuesdays once a month, and probably a little coffee involved in that, all right? And then the other thing that I want to remind you of is Community Threads. How many have been by Community Threads? Almost everybody. So again, a promotion for Community Threads. Your donations, it is a thrift store, and so your donations turn into credits for us. Those credits turn into money that is given to us as a school and as a ministry. And we've received hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last 5 years just from you, just for your participation. And so take your donations over. If you have furniture to pick up, they have Saturday pickups, and that is also a donation. I would just ask that as you do those donations, as I said last year, it's my once-a-year reminder, if you have a carload of material that you're donating, do a couple of slips, because each slip that you fill out, make sure you fill out a slip. Just don't drop it off, because they won't know it's from St. Peter. Fill out the slip at the back of the store where you drop off, and check off St. Peter, and that becomes a credit. Simple as that, all right? Simple as that. Community Threads is right across from where Party City, and Trader Joe's is right there on Rand, all right? So it's also a great place to shop. I don't know that a time that I've not gone in that store that I haven't come out with something that I've purchased. So it's a good place to shop as well, all right? So take advantage of that. Right now, we'll take a look at our parking, reminders, and arrival and dismissal.
All right, this is be fast, because some of you have heard me before, and I've used all my jokes up through the years. So just so you know, there are 3 locations for arrival and dismissal. Arrival is in the Circle Drive typically. That's where you'll drop your kids off, and Safety Patrol can assist them out of the car and into the building. That's also the pickup area where Safety Patrol is. That should be where, if you don't want to get out of the car and you want someone to help you with your child, that's where you should be. And waiting in the parking lot spots until you see them come out of the building. I am out there every day in the morning and the afternoon to make sure that that happens smoothly. The second location is Highland. That is if you want to come in and be here in the lobby to greet your child, or you want to walk them in and say goodbye as they walk through the the doors every day. So if you want to be here and be in the building with them to greet them or say goodbye to them from the building, that's what the Highland side is for. So you'll park and walk in. Parents can't have to be with their child to cross over. We only have one teacher on that side now. So if for some reason they're not there, that's why you're there as parents, to walk them across, okay? So if you're gonna walk in with your child, Highland is your spot. And then Bart's Hall is for after school pickup and athletic pickup. So if you're coming to pick them up after school for aftercare or for athletics, you should use the Bart's Hall entrance for that. Okay.
Another way we like to stay safe is by having our protection ministry screenings. And a lot of you have been through this before, but just a reminder, if you do want to participate as a classroom volunteer, a coach, or going on a chaperoning in one of our field trips, you have to go through this particular program. And it's just strictly to make sure that our environment for children is very, very safe. There are some forms available for it, but there also is 2 nights coming up, the 5th and the 18th of this month, where you can do the whole process all in one night, and it goes very, very quickly. But Isabel Peterson and Karen Kogler are our gurus in this, and they can help you through it, even if you can't come to one of those particular nights. Another way we want the children to be safe is just by promoting a really healthy and well environment. Through the years, we've noticed more and more children developing allergies, so we have developed a safe food list, and a lot of you have seen it. It's on our website. It's also in our handbook. We ask that anytime you're bringing in any kind of a snack that they're going to be using in a classroom or for something special related to their class, that the food should come directly off of that list. We can't use anything that looks like it, that's maybe a generic or another brand, because we can't prove that that has been developed in a nut-free facility. If you have any questions, our nurse, Martina Lang, is such a wonderful resource to us, and she can help you with picking those particular items. When it comes to lunches, there is nut-free tables down in the cafeteria, so not every child has to have food directly off that safe food list, because students that know they need to be in an extra ultra safe environment will use those nut-free tables. So be aware that peanut butter sandwiches are okay at lunchtime, but anything related to nuts and other things that are not on that list can't be brought in for snacks in the classrooms or for some of the celebratory activities.
Parents are extremely important. You are here, and there's ways for you to be involved. And Stacy Watson is our coordinator for our Parent Teacher League, and she's going to share some of those opportunities for you.
Thank you. I just wanted to let you know about a couple new and exciting things that we're having this year. First, I want to thank you if you came to our back to school movie night. It was a great success and a lot of fun and fellowship. We also have this year a private PTL Facebook page that you'll get. If you sign up for it, you can get information about what's going on in the school and different activities. You could either search on the Facebook page or out in the lobby. There'll be a place for you to put your email, and then you can get an invite. This year we're doing a student Christmas shop throughout the day, and we're doing a ladies shopping night. We have so many different one-time opportunities that you can sign up for to get involved in, and also some classes are still needing room parents. We have the list outside, so you can sign up and check to see if your class wants to, your class needs a room parent. It's a good time to get to know other parents and the students in the class. This Thursday evening and Friday morning will be the room parent meeting to find out what your responsibilities are. And we're just looking forward to seeing some parent involvement and a good school year. Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy. And a special thank you for all the work that you do in leading and coordinating all of that. It's a great effort on behalf of all of you as well. And Pastor Greiner is up to talk about another way to be involved at St. Peter, our worships.
Awesome. Thank you, Principal Rudy. It is so great to see all of you, lots of faces that I already know very well. Just out of curiosity, how many of you, this is your first St. Peter year? Your students are starting out for the first time. That is awesome. Let's just give a round of applause for our new St. Peter families. We are so glad to have you as part of our community. So, I asked Principal Rudy for like 15 minutes to give you, no, and he said no. So I have to get this in like 1 or 2. So what I want to let you know, first of all, is thank you. Thank you for entering into a partnership with us to help your children learn to grow and to know how to live full and productive lives in this world and in this community, and also grow closer to Him. And one of the ways that we're going to invite you to do that is by joining us for worship. If you already have another church you call home where you're actively engaged, we want you to go to church there and be fully engaged wherever that church home is. But from time to time, we'll invite you here for a special event or activity. Or if you don't have a strong connection somewhere, you may consider making this your church home. So we're right now in our sanctuary, which is just a fantastic room. It's a beautiful space for worship. We have chapel here every Wednesday. You're always welcome to join us for that. It's a lot of fun as we help lead our children in worship, and they lead us lots of times as well. On Saturdays at 5 o'clock, we have our first weekend service. It's a formal traditional worship service. That means we sing hymns, we use our organ, which is fantastic to kind of guide our worship. And so if that's a style of worship that you appreciate, you may want to check that out. Sunday morning, another service time in here, 8:45. It's our largest service. It's got lots of great hymns, and our brass were playing this weekend. That was awesome. On all of our Sunday service times, we have a thing called Kids Word. And it's something that Julie, our early childhood director and assistant principal, is helping lead at this time. And what it is it's an opportunity for any kids, especially preschool through second grade, so this will apply to some of you, to step out during the sermon, not because I'm terrible, but because sometimes they need just a little break, or you do too. And so what will happen is she or some of the other faculty or volunteers she's organized will take the kids for about a 20-minute window of time. They'll get a version of what we'll talk about in here, and then they'll return back to either this room or the Life Center if you choose to attend a service down there. At 9:15, we have our most contemporary service. It's called Encounter. So very informal, very interactive, lots of engagement for the whole family. And that's at 9:15, and it runs until 10:30-ish. At 11 o'clock, there's another contemporary service down in the Life Center, and that's also a great way for a more interactive and experiential opportunity for worship. So that's what we have. All three of those services have Kids Word. Also on Sunday morning, though, we have a great kids ministry program, so I want to invite Jill Sheets forward to talk about that.
Hi, guys. Thanks for coming out tonight. When I walked in the doors tonight, Mr. Hunter actually told me that I won the award for the most excited mom in Carline when we were told we got to go home. I have 2 boys. One is a junior now at Hersey, and my other son is in 8th grade, and they have gone all the way through St. Peter. So I'm always welcome to speak with you if you ever have any questions. I taught here for many years before moving into children's ministry. So I want to tell you about our kickoff for the kiddos. This is going to be on September 9th. There are little cards on the table as you exit, so you can grab one of those, but imagine this. We have a bounce house that's kind of like an obstacle course that's going to go from one end of the MAC all the way to the end of the MAC. We're going to have comfort dogs there, and we'll also have a really cool make and take craft that they're going to take with them. So we'd love to have your kids come and join us for that. That's going to be on September 9th. We meet at 10 o'clock from 10 to 10:45 in the gym. I have awesome volunteers. I can tell you that we will love your child like our own, and I will do everything that I can to make them love coming to church and love learning about Jesus and God's Word. It is my passion. So I have a fantastic staff. I can tell you that we have a 100% return rate on our volunteers, and they are committed and dedicated and just ready to love your kids. So please send them to me on Sundays. We'd love to have them come.
All right, I'm going to stick with that same date, September 9th, 10 a.m. for all of the middle school parents. C4 will kick off on Sunday, September 9th. I have flyers for you, which I'll hand out after the K-5 people leave, not to confuse you with the Fusion flyers. So I will have those. Lots of fun things with C4. First thing she wanted me to point out to you is the camping event. That's led by Kristen Harmon. And some of you have already seen her around here today. So anyway, C4, be there. It's super fun. Lots of activities for the older kids to participate in. Oh, I'm doing the next one too. Sorry. Can you click it? Spirit wear. Oh, too many. All right, so the web store is going to be open. I got the newest of the greatest of the new pictures up there on the screen. So lots of fun new spirit wear coming at you. There's tons of different options, actually. I had a lot to pick from. There were like 20 options of different kinds of things and different logos, and so I picked a couple fun ones for you. So that's opening soon, the Spiritwear store. You'll get an email that says when that's coming out, when the orders are available, and then you'll pick them back up here at St. Peter 2 to 3 weeks after he closes the store. So be on the lookout for that, everywhere from little sizes all the way to big sizes. Okay, Spiritwear store.
Thank you very much. You know, when we were talking about our church opportunities, and you saw the faces of Pastor Greiner and Jill Sheets, and of course Lisa Smith, one thing that we want to make sure you're aware of is the new life class, or the new membership class that is going to be starting September 16th. We have an 8-week class. It's on Sundays, and so if it's of interest to you to look into what do we teach, what do we believe here at our church, that is open to you. We invite you to that. It is led by myself, Pastor Greiner, Brian Booth, and Karen Kogler. It's a great opportunity to find out about what St. Peter is all about in terms of its ministry. And you'll hear more about it, but please know that you're welcome to be a part of that, all right? One of the last things we want to talk about is gift cards. How many used the gift card program at all last year? Anybody here? A few of you. Excellent, excellent. Just know that this gift card program is a way to offset your tuition. If you use the program correctly, the gift card comes back as a credit. And so if you want to buy just your gas, just your groceries that way, then a percentage of that comes back. We keep count of it in the financial office, and in January and in May, you receive a credit. Last year, one family received over $600 in credit that they just got back. And so please understand that if you use it correctly, it's a great way to offset your tuition and receive something back. All of it's online. It went out in the Saints Update and how to register for it. You order online. The cards are delivered to our school. We get them to you from the school to you. And so it's just that easy, all right? And the credit comes around to you twice a year. So think about that. Take advantage of that. As we close out this evening, we are so glad that you're here. Let me thank you again. Please know that my door is always open to talk about your child, our school, our ministry, our partnership at any point, at any time. Feel free to do that, all right? It's a blessed opportunity to be able to have that this evening for you. Parents in K-5, you're not going to go ahead and go to your classrooms, and 6 to 8, you're going to stay for a few more minutes to talk a little bit about topics that are relevant to grade 6 to 8. Have a blessed evening, K-5 parents. Go ahead and go out, and we look forward to a great year. Thank you very much.